So y'all, I mean, I could be mean at times and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm not gonna have nobody rushing me or trying to make me do what they want me to do on their time. I'm gonna do it on my time when I'm ready. And that's just what it is. You heard? So this is our laundry room right here, y'all. Let me show y'all. This is our community room. And this is the TV. If you want to watch TV, they got games and stuff over there in that corner. And I don't really be knowing what they be doing besides washing clothes in here. But I know in court, I'm in court 3, but I know court 2, they be doing like bingo and stuff on Fridays. I really like all the activities is in court 2. So I just was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I looked at my video and stuff like that, and at the time I was like really upset. Cause like I don't like when motherfuckers be trying to control me and shit. Like, you can't control me. And that's just that. Period. You cannot control me. So I was like, I ain't doing shit today. I'm bored. Like, I'm like, you know what? Do a load of clothes. So I could say I did something. Oh yeah, and I still gotta do the bottom of my floor, y'all. In my apartment. Like when you first walk in. I was looking for this damn sock. And there it go. How the fuck did my sock get inside my dude shit? That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, right? How'd I get in there? Okay, it's still filling up. So we're gonna let this one fill up too. So I'm just doing this one load. I think we got like 2 loads. I think we might got like 2 loads left. I'm gonna show y'all how many clothes I got dirty. Literally. I'm gonna show y'all. See this bag? This one little bag. So this is my one little bag. Yeah, so the reason why it looks so full like that, y'all, I'm about to show y'all. So I have a pair of jeans. Mind you, a lot of my clothes I can't fit anymore because I lost weight. So this is the stuff that's dirty of mine. So yeah, just a couple items. Because I really don't like washing my clothes with my dude because my shit be getting mixed up with him as far as like my socks and stuff. And we don't even wear the closest to at all socks. So my socks be missing and shit, and I don't got time for that shit. But yeah, I just had like this little bag. So I said, you know what? If I'm gonna do my clothes, I might as well just wash a load. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's it. That's it. Yup. Yup. And that's the end. I want y'all to see. So I got one load to do left as far as my stuff, my comforters and stuff that I sleep on, but I ain't gonna do them today. I'm gonna do them on the next round. And my footwear. Yep, my footwear gotta go in here. And it's so crazy, y'all, because I just got these. I only wore them one fucking time. One time. Exactly. One time. I'm like, what the fuck? How my shit get so fucking dirty? Like, I only wore it one time to a fucking funeral. So, and I remember when I showed y'all the awesome. That's what I had in this bottle. I just bought out a certain amount. And that's it, and that's all. One time, y'all, I wore them shoes. One time. That's the only thing I hate about white. Like, you really gotta be careful with it. Like, even when you, like, I wear white in the winter. You can wear white in the winter. But, I don't really go to many places or whatever, so I got my whites, like, wrapped up in a bag, a plastic bag, so they won't turn yellow and stuff like that. And then it's so crazy, y'all, because I lost weight, and I had them jeans before I lost this little bit of weight. Ain't much weight, but I lost a little something, something. So, yeah. So, one more dip of this. So, I don't know what's wrong with that motherfucking washing machine. It's acting like they don't want to fill up. So yeah, I'm just doing this one load because I was going to do the whites, but I'm not good with the whites. So I just let my dude do them, and I just did the colors. Yeah, I got that out the way. So, oh. And this is what our laundry room looks completely like. What the hell was that? Oh, I was wondering, I'm like, what the fuck was that? Alright, this is what our laundry room look like, y'all. We got 2 baskets, 3 dryers, 3 washers, and refrigerator in here. I don't know why they got that in there, but it's a refrigerator in there. And then in the back, y'all see that window right there? You can always find a deer out there, like. So, but I just want to show y'all that I'm not like no buster bitch or like somebody that don't like to help out or anything like that. I do, but you have to understand where I'm coming from. Cause see, unless you know and you in my daily life, you don't really know. You only see what I put down. I'm not a lazy bitch. Like, I did floors, walls, all that shit. And I just feel as though I had did enough for that day. And for somebody to ask me to help wash clothes, it's like, wait a minute. I just wipe down floors and steps and shit. Oh, wait a minute. The cup is in here. Oh, y'all, this water is dirty. This water is dirty. Yes, it is. Oh, my God. I left the cap in there, y'all. I don't know what the fuck is that. I'm going to have to wait. Oh, it's in this one. Why my water is not filling up over here? Like, what is the problem? My other one is doing this one too. It's filled up and everything. I put mixed because it is mixed. And it's still filling up. And I did this one first. I put the money in this one machine first. So we done with this. It's laundry detergent. I've been wanting to wash them white pairs footwear that I got. This shit is crazy. I'm just gonna put one more. Just one more. So, let me think. I was up early this morning. I woke up like 6 o'clock. It's been a long time that I slept always 6 o'clock. And I was like, you know what, Charlie? Don't be mean. I had to look at my video a couple times, but still no. That's still facts. That's how I feel. So, it is what it is. I mean, for real though, who likes doing fucking laundry? I mean, yeah. I don't know. I'm just so like men that I dealt with, they did their own fucking laundry, you know. I never had a man that I had to do laundry for, except for my young men, my 2 baby boys. Like, it's new to me for a man to ask me to wash his clothes. Like, I got a story I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all gonna laugh the fuck about this bullshit right here real quick. I'm gonna give y'all another 10 minutes and then I'm gonna be done with this video. So, let me tell y'all. Let me tell you the story. That's another thing, y'all. They got cameras in here. Like, they can see everything I'm doing, except for right here because the refrigerator's blocking them. And you're not supposed to smoke and nothing in here. And I'm smoking on my vape. But let me tell you this story, right? I started kicking it with this guy, right? Back in like November of 2016, right? Just friends kicking it. So, you know, he told me his situation, everything, and I told him my situation and stuff like that, like where we was at, where I was at in my life and what I was doing. And he was like telling me like where he was at in his life and what he been doing. So that was cool because he was honest about everything. I didn't mean to get like, I think I got attached to him the way I did because I was lonely and I was going through something. And I just like needed somebody to lean on. So where I was staying at, it wasn't really going too good. So he found me another place. The rent was a little bit more higher, but it was way better. Like really, really nice place. So I was like, fuck it, I'll pay it. You feel me? I'll pay my way or whatever, right? So he want to move in. He want to move in with me. So he want to move in with me, right? So I'm like, so if you going to move in with me, what we going to do? We going to break this down half. You feel me, right? This motherfucker like, Well, we're like I told y'all, we knew each other's situations. You feel me? What I'm saying? So, mind you, like it was so crazy because it was like the his last check that he had got before I had moved, right? The girl that he was staying with, he had helped her out in her bills, right? But when I had moved, I was gonna do it with or without him. Once I was introduced to the person and all that stuff, I was gonna leave anyway because I didn't like where I was at. It was just too fucking hood for me, and I love the hood, but I don't want to really be living in the hood. You feel what I'm saying? So I never lived in the hood. That's one thing I could say. Only time I lived in the hood was back in 2016. And then summer 2017. I always lived in upper level, class. So anyway, he like, I'm gonna introduce you to the guy. Now mind you, this happened a day after he got his check, y'all, right? So we had got into it because when I went to sleep, when we fell asleep, when I woke up, he wasn't there. So I goes downstairs or whatever, and I see the landlord down there or whatever. So I'm going in there to get something to drink. So he's sitting at the table rolling a blunt. So he like, what's up with your peoples? And I was like, what you mean? He was like, yo, Bull be... what's up with Bull? Like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, So, mind you, I knew that morning I got up, that he got paid. But what I didn't know is that the girl he was seeing and was living with had control of his debit card. And that's why he left so early in the morning, right? So I'm calling up. Okay, so then after the guy said that to me, I go upstairs. So I go upstairs or whatever, and I waited for a little bit. I think around it was around 8 or 8:30. I think I waited, and then I started calling his phone. I'm calling his phone. This motherfucker ain't picking up. So I'm like, mind you, I know the situation. So even if he was just like. Even if he was just sent me a text message, like, yo, I'll be back. Because what happened was, let me tell you how it got down to that part. He was staying nights with me. So eventually my landlord was like, listen, if he gonna be staying here, he gotta, I'm gonna have to add extra money to your rent. So we like, well, how much you talking about? He like $250. I'm like, that's almost like $800 a month for a room. Yes, I was living in a room. First time in my life, y'all. First time. And only do it unless you really have to do it and put your bread aside, because everybody ain't clean like you. And sometimes you could be in a motherfucking room house with somebody that you don't even fuck with. So anyway, these girls, I never seen them a day in my life. They were very respectful. They was younger than me and everything. So they're way younger than me. So we had been kicking it for a few days, whatever. So I knew what it was. I knew that it was just a bunch of shit, y'all. And I didn't care, because at the time I was just going through something, and I just needed somebody's shoulder to lean on or whatever like that. And he was the one to be there. And he was just I don't know, he just kind of reminded me to wake up. Wake up, Charlie. things is bad, but it can be worse, right? So we kicked in it. We kicked it for like a whole like 2 months. We kicked it. I met him right before Thanksgiving. He brought my whole Thanksgiving meal, everything. Boom, cool with that. So he started staying the night. So this one morning, he had left. I knew he was leaving. He told me he was leaving. He had to go handle something. So boom. Somebody come upstairs. They like, yo, some girl outside looking for you. And I'm like, what? They was like, yeah, but she down the street. She don't know that you live in this house exactly. I'm like, don't tell that bitch I live here, right? And I don't know shit like I was scared of or anything like that, y'all. It was just that me and him, we knew where each other stood at. We understood the assignment. You understand what I'm saying? So she didn't understand the assignment. She didn't know. You feel me? She running behind him like that's really, really her man when he's really married to a whole nother bitch before her. So for me to fuck with him, no, I didn't feel bad because he literally had left his wife, took all his clothes and moved to her crib, right? So finally, like I said, you know what I'm saying? I calling him that day or whatever, and I'm like, yo, this nigga ain't picking up the phone, and he know he supposed to get his man some rent money and shit, right? So eventually the girl did find out where I lived at, right? So her and her so-called girlfriend that they supposed to been both going halves on this house that they was backed up on rent, like a lot of fucking money, you feel me? So when I told them don't tell her where I'm at, the reason why I said that was because me and him already have an understanding. I don't need to talk to her. I know about her. I don't need to talk to her. But then it was like once he knew that she knew about me, he just started playing like games and shit. And I just was like, I don't got time for that shit. So I'm like, I don't got time for this shit. Like, you want to play games because now you know that we both, now you know she knows about me. So you going to drag her as much as you can and you going to drag me as much as you can. So boom, the day that he was supposed to give my landlord the money, every day just blew up. Everything just blew up that fucking day. So, because I had been calling him. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, my landlord looking at me like, well, what's up with boy? Like, what's up with my money? You feel me? He ain't answer me. So that's why when he sent them girls around there to get his medicines that he left with me. Because he was on blood pressure medication and all this other shit. Like, he had a whole bunch of issues going on. So we got into a real bad argument or whatever. I was like, fuck you, don't come back. This and that and that and that and that. Boom, he ended up coming back late on that night. No, that same day, that afternoon. It was like about 12 o'clock that afternoon. Guess where he pulls up? He pulls up in her car. He pulls up in her car, right? So I'm like he just kept coming. I kept knocking on the door. I kept telling everybody, don't let him. I don't want to be bothered with him. Don't let him in. Right? So I'm telling them, like, I don't care. Like, I don't want to be bothered with him. But he knows I'm there. But I'm like on some shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's crazy. So I'm on some shit. Like, I don't even give a fuck. Like, I'm not here. I don't want to be bothered. And then he got to the point where he was just like, well, can I at least get my prescription medicine? And I said, at least can my motherfucking landlord get his rent money? So, boom. When he finally come back one time, I was like, let me just go out here and handle this shit because I didn't want my landlord to be having no beef at his crib. So I finally went out there and was like, what the fuck you want? Mind you, y'all, I had on like sweatpants and a shirt or some shit. I wasn't even dressed. So he like, get in the van, get in the van. So I'm like, all right. I get in the van. I'm like, what's up? I look in the back. I'm like, well, who the fuck is that for? He like, oh, the fat bitch. That's what he called her. He was like, oh, the fat bitch. She bust the blow-up bed and she need a blow-up bed. So I'm like, I think I said, can I have some money or what's up with something of that effect. So he knew I was like really, really mad. He knew I was like really, really mad, right? So he was like, please. He was like, yo, when I tell y'all, this shit was so embarrassing. This nigga got out of the van. She had one of them regular old ugly ass van. So when she got out of the van, when he got out of the van, not her, when he got out of the van, he got out of the van, stepped in front of the van, linked down on his motherfucking knees in front of all these people on the street where everybody been. So I'm in the van like this. I'm like, I can't believe this nigga's doing this shit. I'm like, yo, can you just get the fuck up off the ground and get back in the car? Because I'm like, yeah, that was the first thing I said. I was like, whose shit is this you got? He was like, oh, this her van. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to get in there. Like, I didn't want to, but I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, this bitch, she want to come knocking on my door. Bitch, you don't even know me like that. You was better off coming with him and being like, yo, we need to talk it out because I need to know what's going on with y'all two. Then I would have been like, all right. Basically, I know where he standing and I know where I stand. Wherever you stand is wherever you stand. So my landlord was like, he didn't say anything. So that whole day he would not let me out of his eyesight. He would not let me out of his eyesight. So y'all know when niggas start leaving pieces of articles at your crib, sweater here, shirt here, little jacket here. So, mind you, it was New Year's Eve. It was New Year's Eve. He got paid on New Year's Eve. But when he came back, because he was like, I'm going to come back. I'm going to take her van home to her, and I'm coming right back to you. So I'm like, all right, whatever, you know what I mean? So by the time he came back, we was all in this other girl's room, and we had drinks, we had smoke, we was playing cards. It was like everybody was in there because she had like the biggest fucking room. So, this shit crazy. So anyway, we was in there, we was having it, we was having fun and every fucking thing. So that's when one of the kids come to say, yo, the people's is outside, they want you. So I go downstairs, I'm like, what's up? I come in, chill, what you feel? Come on up. We in the front room, we chilling, we smoking, we drinking, we vibing and having fun. Me, 3 other chicks, 2 other chicks, the girl who room it was, her dude, and one of the other girls' dude. Like, we was having fun, y'all. Like I'm telling y'all, we was having fun. We was having fun. So we in there. We having fun. All we know is the girl who room it was, the fucking landlord The landlord opened up the motherfucking door. I mean, when he opened it up like how you slam a door. He opened up that bitch. He said, you gotta go. He's like, you can't be in here. I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at everybody else, and I'm like, what the fuck going on? Then I'm like, yeah, he want his money. That's what it is. That's what it was about. He wanted his money. Like, nigga, you been staying nights over here and all types of shit. For damn near almost a month, you been staying nights with this girl. Matter of fact, 2 months. So he's like, yo, man, can we just, like, talk about it? You supposed to be Muslim. You said I'm Muslim, too. Can we just sit down and talk about it? He was like, nah, fuck that, man. You gotta go. Like, that's what my landlord said, right? So I'm like, oh, fuck. So I'm like, I gotta go the fuck outside. Y'all, this was in December. When I tell y'all, it was so fucking cold out. All we did was argue the whole time we was outside. I didn't get back in the house until later on that night. So we said that we was going to meet up the next day. So we met up the next day. We hung out. We ended up in another part of the hood. And then that day, what happened? How did it go? I know it was whatever happened. Eventually, because he was trying to get back in that night. Dude was like, nah, man. But then my peoples, he was like, after he seen dude wasn't letting him in, he was like, man, fuck you. He was like, come the fuck outside. I'll fuck you up. Like, it was, so I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, yo, calm down. You can't be doing that. You feel me? Like, you can't do that. So he was like, go get him. I want to talk to him. So I'm like, all right, I go get him and shit. I'm like, yo, he want to talk to you. So he go out there. He go outside. He like, what's up, man? He said, man, I just want to apologize. You know what I'm saying? He said, I just wanted to try to get an understanding with you. So he was like, we don't need no understanding. You're not allowed in here. And went back in the house. I'm like, fuck. I'm trying to go back in the crib. We was drinking, we was smoking, we was partying, we was having fun upstairs. He like, fuck that. I know somebody that got a better place who you can rent from. So I'm like, all right, well, who is it? He like, I'm gonna introduce you to him tomorrow. So I was like, all right, cool. So we meet up or whatever. He called me, we meet up. I'm trying to think, how did we meet up? I had a phone. I had a phone and then something happened where I didn't have a phone. So whatever happened, we ended up going around the corner. I ended up meeting a guy who got the place. Dude talking about something. He want $1,200 for security deposit. $600 for the rent and $600 for a deposit. So I'm like, I don't got no fucking $1,200. I'm like, I can give you $7. You know what I'm saying? And just pay down the rest. So the guy like, yeah, I'm a helper. You know what I'm saying? I'm a helper pay on the, you know, I'm a helper towards the rent and towards the extra payment towards the security deposit. I was paying that shit, y'all. I was giving that nigga like $650 a month. $650. So a lot of shit happened. Boom. I get the place. I'm like, oh yes. I go upstairs. I'm like, oh my God. Yo, it was beautiful. I was able to put a couch in there. I could have put 2 TVs on each side of the room because like I said, I don't know if I ever even said this, but at the time when I was going through this, I had my youngest son with me. But when I went to go move, my youngest son didn't want to move with me. He just wanted to stay where he was at. So I told him, well, if you ever fall short, come with me. Like, this is where I'm going to be. So I'm like, He like, all right. It was so nice, y'all. It was so nice and clean. Kitchen was clean. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. So this nigga ended up wanting to move in with me. So I'm like, well, what's up with your girl? You feel me? So he like, man, fuck that. I want to move in with you. So he was like, listen, you know I got a job. He said, so this is how he got me. He said, you pay for the rent. And then every time I get paid, I give you half my check. I'm like, all right, that's cool, because I could use money through the month also, and plus have some more money from me left over. He still was like fucking up. He kept dipping off. I would wake up, he wouldn't be there. Like he was just fucking up. And then finally, I guess he said, fuck that, I'm gonna put my foot down, because if not, I'm gonna lose this girl. So he ended up bringing everything from the chick crib. He brought everything. But before he had bought everything, because I was like, well, where your stuff at if you gonna be staying here? He said, my stuff is dirty. She gotta wash my clothes. So I'm like, okay. I'm just like, then I'm like, oh, okay. He was like, yeah, she likes to wash my clothes for me, and she likes to make sure I got my liquor, because he was a straight up alcoholic, y'all. That's okay. That the first sign was when he even told me that he had a wife that he married and left her 2 months later, and then ended up with the girl. And then he meets me. He met the girl in June. He meets me in the winter. So I'm like, this can't be happening to me, yo. Like, I can't believe I got myself in this bullshit. And it was just like a back and forth thing. So then after that, once he got all his clothes over there or whatever, and when it was time to wash, he was like, can you wash my stuff for me? And I'm saying to myself, like, I don't even wash niggas' clothes. I never had to wash. This is the only man that ever asked me to wash clothes for him. So I'm like, the laundromat was right downstairs. So I'm like, all right, just put your stuff in there, whatever. So I go downstairs, go to do laundry or whatever like that, y'all. I'm separating the clothes as I'm putting them inside of the washers and stuff. I was no more good after this. I couldn't fuck with it no more. As I was separating the clothes, mind you, I'm washing his t-shirts, his socks, his underwears and shit. This nigga got dookie streaks in his drawers. I'm like, what the fuck? This is some nasty shit. Like, I ain't never seen that shit before. Even when I used to do my kids' laundry when they was young, they ain't never had no streaks in their little underwears or anything like that. So I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? What, he not washing his ass? What is he not wiping it right? Like, what's going on? So I washed the clothes. I'm like, yo, you had like streaks in your underwears and shit. He was like, I don't know what be going on. I don't know why I be wiping my butt real good, but I always get streaks in my drawers. I was nowhere good. I said, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, never ever in my life will I ever do your laundry again for you, yo. From there, I just was looking at him sideways like, it got to the point where I just wasn't liking him no more. I was just like, you wouldn't call yourself fooling around on somebody, nigga. You need to learn how to wipe your ass properly. I don't know what the fuck you be doing in the bathroom, my nigga. But I shouldn't be seeing no dookie streaks in your drawers. Yo! I was too through with that motherfucker. I was done, yo. I was done. I couldn't fuck with it no more. I said, you too much. I can't handle you, yo. I can't do it, yo. I can't do it no more, yo. Every man that I've been with, they wash their own clothes. And maybe for that reason. I'm not washing no niggas' underwears. I don't even want a nigga to wash my underwears. Like my dude, he be like, you got any dirty clothes? I be like, yeah. But I'm gonna wash my own shit. I ain't got no stains in nothing in my motherfucking drawers. But it's just like how I wash my stuff. And he throws everything in the dryer. I don't dry everything. Especially my tops. Jeans, yeah. My tights, I usually hang them up. But because of the tights that I got there, they from when I was big, I can actually dry them. But yeah, so I was like, I can't do this no more. I said, this is just too much. So I couldn't fuck with it no more. Like I just couldn't. I just felt like he wasn't clean. He wasn't clean. He wasn't clean enough for me. He looked it clean, he smelled good, dressed nice, but what the fuck was going on with them drawers that he was wearing? With the doodle stains. Like, nigga, how you gonna be looking good on the outside but your drawers got doodle stains in it? I told that nigga he had to go. I told that nigga he had to go. Like, when I tell you I put all his shit out, I threw all his shit outside. Everything. Down to a sock. Down to his prescriptions. I threw all that shit out. The fuck? Don't play with me. You know who the fuck I am? I'm a fucking Virgo. You don't play with us. We don't play. That shit was so fucking funny, yo. He was like, I want to come back. I want to come back. I'm like, fuck that, nigga. That shit was funny, y'all. I'm telling y'all. I had to tell y'all that story because I told my son and them about it and shit. They was laughing. My kids, they was laughing their ass off. I said, this nigga got doodle stains in his drawers. The fuck out of here. No man that I ever dealt with, first of all, ever asked me to wash their clothes, let alone see some doodle stains in the drawers. I couldn't fuck with him no more. I couldn't fuck with him no more because I just felt like he wasn't clean. And not only that, I knew he still was sleeping around with the big girl. And I call her a big girl because she was like she was about a little over 300 pounds. My clean. Yeah, baby. Yeah, she was about a good 300 pounds. But see, he liked it the way she drooled over him. Like, I don't know. She was like, you ain't taking my extra income, bitch. The nigga don't. Let me tell y'all, right? So this nigga had me thinking he was making good fucking money, y'all. He was working at Applebee's. This nigga had me thinking he was making good money. But what happened was that he was fucking up at work, and so they was taking down his hours. That's what happened. That's what happened. Yeah. So he like, now I got the debit card. I'm in charge of the debit card. You feel me? This before the doodle stains and all that shit I seen, right? So I got the debit card now. I'm in control of the debit card. So I said, oh, this nigga like giving bitches control of his motherfucking credit card, huh? That's what I said to myself. I said, he like giving bitches, nigga. So we will walk to the, this is before I did his wash, y'all. Like, it led up to me eventually washing his clothes. But before the Dookie Stain incident, y'all, we would walk to the Mac machine. We would walk to the Mac machine together. We would walk to the Mac machine together. And we would pull out the money. Yo, his checks was only like 2 something. I'm like, all right, so boom, I take 100 something, he take 100 something. He buy himself a pack of cigarettes, I buy myself a pack of cigarettes. I was smoking cigarettes back then. That's how long ago this shit was. So he like, I'm not washing them. I don't like the way. Why the hell did it come out like that? Somebody about to come in, y'all. I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna tell y'all the rest of the story.